chapter is marital duties and privileges. So we're going to read the first 2 quotes and then we'll go into it. We are under solemn obligations to God to keep the spirit pure and the body healthy, that we may be a benefit to humanity and render to God perfect service. Sexual excess will effectually destroy a love for devotional exercises, will take from the brain the substance needed to nourish the system, and will most effectively exhaust the vitality. So as you can see here, the main theme of this chapter is being temperate in your sexual relationship in marriage. Sex is a beautiful thing, but unfortunately because of sin, it's been perverted and abused, and because of that, people come into marriages with all sorts of ideas, expectations that aren't necessarily spirit-led. Now, what do I mean by this? She mentions if a husband is wanting it too much, that a wife can be empowered to tell him, no, this is a bit much. And at the end of the day, I'm not the sex police. I'm not here to tell you, you know, how often is too often or whatever. Only you can decide that as a couple. As a couple, you will be able to know, like, if you're going in too much or if you need to calm down a bit. Because as she said here, you'll be able to tell by your attitude towards devotional exercises, your brain being affected, and obviously, you know, losing the energy, because remember, you're using up energy and things like that. So if you're doing it to a point where, like, no, you're just exhausted all the time, or you can feel your body just depleted all the time, then you know that it's definitely an issue. And yeah, we're doing it too much, because obviously a lot of people over the years have gone into marriage just so that they can have sex, but that is not the only key to a good marriage, and that's not a good reason at all to get into marriage. So people go into this idea like, yay, I can finally have sex, but even in marriage, it's something that still should be approached with sanctity, basically. And God gave it to us. There's nothing wrong with it. God made the penis, God made the vagina, but we should go to God and ask him, like, Lord, please can you bless our sex life? Please can you show me if there's anything that I've brought into the bedroom that's not really like pleasing to you, because we just don't know. Because remember, if you're coming from church like me, you probably haven't had, maybe you've had some conversations, but you've not had a lot of conversations in depth about certain things to do with sex and sexuality. Whereas in the world, so many of us have been exposed to porn. I'd be lying through my teeth if I stood here and said, oh, I've never watched porn. No, I have, more than once. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, many of us have seen porn, and in movies you've seen sex scenes and all of these things. So all of these different images that you've seen have built up ideas and expectations about what you think sex is going to be. And that is why I'm saying it's something that we have to turn over to God. So don't feel weird about it. It's normal. Like, God is not blushing, oh, he's talking to me or she's talking to me about sex, what am I going to do? No. You can talk to God about anything. So if this is an area in your marriage where you realize, oh, maybe we are being intemperate, then take it to God. Or if you're on the opposite and you're struggling, then take it to God and speak to other trusted people as well. Get advice. But the most important thing is pray about your sex life and pray to God that it will be honorable to him as well. All right. So Proverbs chapter 25 verse 28 says, he hath no rule over his own spirit. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. All right then. Bye, ladies.